The commoditisation of professional services in a number of industries is forcing companies to rethink how they organise their human resources. Lawyers have restrictions on how they can drum up business, but one tried and true formula is holding technical briefings on various elements of the law. This is basically about a lawyer's ability to sell their services in a market crowded with other lawyers trying to do the same thing. After the talk, the lawyers will mix with the participants looking for clients, but they are well trained in law, but have received almost no training in selling their professional services. The lawyers who learn will sweep the floor with their rivals. Welcome back to this weekly edition every Tuesday of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, the president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan, and the best-selling author of two books, Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery, my new book. We are bringing the show to you from our High Performance Center in Akasaka in Minato-ku. This is the business center of Tokyo. Why the cutting edge? In this show, we are looking at the critical areas for success in business in Japan. We want to help advance everyone's thinking so that we can all be at the forefront, at the cutting edge of how to flourish in this market. Before we get into this week's topic, here is what caught my attention lately. The number of women in work topped 30 million this year for the first time on record. They now account for 44.5% of the total workforce. The ratio of women participating in the labour market is now higher than in the US and France. According to the Japan Institute for Labour Policy and Training, the ratio of women in managerial positions was 12.9% in the year 2016, far lower than the 44% in the US and the 33% in France. Women in executive positions holding seats on boards of directors were a mere 3.7% compared to 18% in the US and 23% in the United Kingdom. In other news, the National Police Agency reported a total of 7,096 cases of suspected money laundering linked to cryptocurrency in Japan, up from the 669 cases reported a year earlier. Finally, Asahi Group Holdings bought Anheuser-Busch's beverage business in Australia. This sale accounts for almost half the beer market in Australia. This is episode number 116, and we are talking about lawyers aren't special. They need to sell their service too. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. Lawyers have spent a lot of time studying to pass their bar exams. When they graduate, they are the white-collar galley slaves, shackled to the legal partners' teams, doing the grunt work for years until they can be allowed on deck. As they move up the ranks, they begin to interact with clients. After a few more years, they actually have to go out and get clients. The big dog in the law firm is the Rainmaker, who brought in the clients who paid the most money for the professional services of the firm. Lawyers are proud of their achievements, their study, their knowledge of the law, their brains. They want the clients to appreciate all of this and, as a consequence, give them work. This is the I deserve it school of sales in the law. Knowledge is valuable. I have knowledge, therefore you need me to help you sort out these various issues you are facing. I don't have to be persuasive, charming, attractive, engaging, or likeable, because I have what you need. Once upon a time, that was the way of the legal profession. A bunch of lawyer nerds serving up legal rocket science to companies. Times change. And now there are lots and lots of lawyers, all vying for their share of the pile. The clients have also become better educated too, and are more discerning, particularly around questioning the massive bills they receive. Faced with such a proliferation of buying choices, what do clients do? They do what they do for all the other purchases they make. They apply the know, like, and trust rule. To know the legal firm means to have a trusted confidant provide some testimonial style advice on how they performed in the past, how reliable they were, and their degree of expertise in this particular area. If there is no track record which the client can judge, then this no process is the equivalent of the cold call in sales. Don't recall there are any cold calling modules in the legal curriculum at university. The like part is the legal equivalent of a doctor's bedside manner. Doctors here in Japan haven't quite gotten around to learning this yet, but in most advanced countries, the doctor has to become skilled in handling people, to greet them properly, make them feel relaxed, assure them of the wisdom of their diagnosis, and reinforce the trust the patient can place on their prognosis. This is a great metaphor for the legal profession, because all of those same steps make for the like and trust results on the lawyer's scorecard. The diagnosis component requires two great skills: listening and questioning. Asking well-designed questions to uncover the client's needs. This is selling 101. Find out more when we come back from the break. If you want to sell more and do it more easily, do the Winning with Relationships selling course. If you can't build trust, no sale. Can't design excellent questions to understand the client's needs, no sale. Can't present the solution convincingly, no sale. Can't handle objections properly, no sale. Can't close, no sale. Master the sales process by doing the Winning with Relationships selling course now in either Japanese or English. The bestseller, Japan Sales Mastery, is the new Bible of selling in Japan. To sell to Japanese buyers, you need to create long-term partner-level trust, fully understand Japanese buyers' real needs, convince buyers with your solutions, overcome their hesitation, fear, and doubt, know how to ask for the order ensure repeat orders. This book is a product of 30 plus years in the trenches selling in Japan. Order Japan Sales Mastery now. Welcome back. The delivery of the solution requires great skill to engage the trust of the client. The client may not be an expert on the finer points of the law on a specific issue, so the ability to explain complex things in a way the buyer can understand and relate to them is a fundamental sales skill. Technical experts like lawyers get excited about the details and start explaining these with great enthusiasm. This is what we call explaining the features of the solution in the sales world. Many lawyers tend to stop there, believing their job is now done, but they are in grave error. This is the case also with unsuccessful salespeople. Instead, the features of the solution require to have the respective benefits attached to them. The application of those benefits need explaining, and so does how they will impact the business. Evidence of where this has worked elsewhere needs to be marshalled to sustain the argument, and then we ask for the business using a trial close. Was there a varsity module on trial closes? No, and neither was there one on handling client hesitations and objections. These are part and parcel of the sales world. Yet, lawyers are oblivious to what is necessary for convincing buyers to select their recommendations. Lawyers are all in sales. They just don't know it. They're in bad company though. They are in the same bracket as the failed salesperson. They are saying the wrong things, using the wrong approaches, and remaining underskilled and undereducated about dealing with buyers. These days, the buyer of legal services has a surfeit of choices. They will gravitate to those they know, like, and trust. Lawyers who get it realize they need sophisticated sales training. The rest will scramble for the crumbs. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show is here to help you succeed in Japan. Subscribe on YouTube. Share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. Thank you for watching this episode, and remember to hit the subscribe button. Our website details are on screen now. enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. Awesome value, so check it out. Please leave me some feedback on YouTube. I would love to know how this show has helped and what other topics you are interested in for me to cover. Remember, I am here as a free resource to help you, so just tell me how I can help you best. You might also enjoy my other weekly shows. For podcasts, Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast, Tuesday for the Presentations Japan series, Wednesdays for the Sales Japan series, Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series, and Fridays for the Japan Business Mastery Show. You get all of these wherever you get your podcasts. Also, on Fridays, I release my other TV show, the Japan Business Mastery Show on YouTube. In episode 117, we are talking about how you can generate ideas. Find out more about that next week. So, yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Please join me for the next episode of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. We are here to help you. We've only got one direction in mind for you and your business, and that is up.